Hey, today we're starting a new book, and it's My 12-Step Plan to Not Being a Hero by Magical Space Unicorn. The summary is Izuku Midoriya does not want to be a hero. And yes, he may take out a criminal a day, but those are because they decided to attack him. But he doesn't want to be a hero. And yes, he can assess and find a solution to any situation. But he doesn't want to be a hero. And yes, he was offered a quirk by the #1 hero, but he doesn't want to be a hero. So why the fuck did Nezu transfer him into the hero course not a week after he got into UA? And why the hell is All Might so proud of him all the time when he's never met the man before? What the fuck is everyone thinking? He doesn't want to be a hero. So this fic is 18,000, 19,000 words. It's 24 chapters, so I'll probably do it in 12 parts, 2 chapters each. Thank you for listening. Chapter 1. Itsuku hums as he cleans the table, tongue out as he finds a particularly stuck piece of food. He doesn't even notice the door open. Hands up! Again? Izuku turns to the doorway, sighing quietly. This is a robbery. Excuse me, sir. We do not allow weapons in here. He takes a step forward as the robber turns to him, clearly confused. Did you not hear me? Hands up, I'll shoot. Will you? Izuku is in front of the man in a second, twisting the gun out of their hand and flipping them over his back in one clean movement. If you just asked for food, I give it to you, but you didn't, so I'm calling the police. He removes his phone from his pocket, texting a familiar number. The robber doesn't speak. Izuku swings his leg in class, jotting down ideas and plans with a smile as his teacher explains careers. Who am I kidding? You all want to be heroes! He rolls his eyes as the entire class begins showing off their quirk. That's quickly stopped by an explosion and the smell of burnt wood. Don't lump me in with these losers. Only Deku and I will be actual heroes. I don't want to be a hero, Kachan. He closes his notebook, setting it in his bag. I'm perfectly content with my jobs. He doesn't flinch as the hand slams on his desk, filling the air with smoke. You better get into UA, bastard. Oh, I will. Just gen ed or business. He stands up, finishing packing his bag as the bell rings. Before walking out of the room, goodbye, Kachan. Izuku hums to his music as he picks up the last few bits of trash on Dagoba Beach, shoving them in the black trash bag he's carrying around. Most people would struggle with it, but Midoriya is not most people. A tap to his back brings him out of his quiet joy. He takes out his earphone and turns to look at the sickly blonde before him. Yeah? Are you the one that cleaned this beach? Izuku looks between the man and the trash bag he's still carrying. No. The man chuckles. You seem to have the heart and humor of a hero, young man. Cleaning this beach yourself and not taking the credit? I don't want to be a hero. Izuku cuts him off, walking to the nearest dumpster as the man follows. I'm quirkless and already have 4 jobs. Don't need another. Oh, the man coughs into his handkerchief as he searches through his pockets. He finally finds what he's looking for and slips it to Izuku. It's a business card. Well, if you ever do want to be a hero, contact me. I'm on my assistant. I doubt I will, but okay. He sighs and pockets the card, shaking his head slightly. Izuku glances at the gates of UA as he makes his way through the crowd. It's significantly smaller than the day before, when he had to ride past and almost got ran over by several people, and he thanks the universe for that. Izuku leans against the wall as he's cornered on the last day of middle school. Why the fuck didn't I see you at the hero exam, Deku? I already told you, I don't want to be a hero. He face palms, groaning. I swear, Kachan, just drop it. I didn't accept the offer from All Might's assistant. I'm not going to accept it from you. He pushes past the arm with ease, walking down the hall and outside. Izuku's first day is normal. Welcome ceremony, introductions, that kind of thing. This is at the end of the day. You asked to see me? Bakugo scoffs slightly at the rat, nodding slightly. What did you want to talk about? The principal gestures to the seat across from him, which Bakugo takes as he sips from a teapot cup. You need to put Midoriya Izuku in the hero course. He glares at the wall. Oh, and why would I do that? Because he's already fucking taken down criminals. Bakugo grits his teeth, trying not to explode at the oblivious animal. He spent months cleaning a beach, saved my fucking life. He said he was even offered a job by All Might's assistant, whoever the fuck that is, but refuses to even try. That's quite the story. I'll look into it. You better. He has to be a hero. The blonde leaves, slamming the door slightly behind him. Midoriya Izuku. Toshinori, have you found a successor? Nezu smiles at the sickly man. Toshinori shakes his head, then nods, then shakes his head once more. I found someone, but he doesn't wish to be a hero. Oh? He cleaned the beach, the one in Dagoba, and we text occasionally as Yagi, but he refuses, even when he replies late, because he took out someone that tried to rob him. Would this boy's name be Midoriya Izuku by any chance? The man nods, coughing into the previously white handkerchief. I got a request from Bakugo Katsuki to transfer him into the hero course. I will pay you to do that, Nezu. The rat chuckles. I don't need your money. Izuku sighs as he walks away from 1C, what used to be his classroom. The second day, and he's already being forced into the hero course. Well, if he does bad enough, they'll have to demote him. He nods to himself as he opens the door, being greeted by a rather aggressively chopping hand. Excuse me, this classroom is for 1A students. Great observation. It's not like it's in bright red on the door. He sighs, looking out at the class. I'm Midoriya Izuku, and I'm being forced into this class. Don't worry, though. I'll be out of your hair as soon as I can. Aizawa raises from under his desk, quick glare looking at Izuku. You little shit. Eraser, how are you? Izuku waves, moving to one of the 2 empty seats. I should have known. Why wouldn't Nezu tell me your name when it's you? I feel your pain, Izuku nods, resting his head on his desk. Can't even with the hero course. Yeah, whatever, problem child. You're in for the first heroics class. I am! The door slams open, filling the room with fog. Coming through the door like a normal person. The hero scans the room before stopping on the greenette and smiling more. Everyone notices. Oh, gods. Izuku groans, banging his head against the desk. Why All Might? Of all the heroes in Japan, it had to be All Might. Midoriya, do you know All Might? Mina stares. Technically, I met his assistant, and why wouldn't the asshole pass the fact I exist on to you? Izuku pauses, then furrows his brows. Wait. He looks to the hero. Did Yagi get you to convince Nezu to transfer me? All Might sweats nervously as he nods. Everyone change and meet in Area G. Izuku bangs his head on the table a few more times until he's stopped by Eraserhead's capture weapon. Problem child, get changed, and be warned, All Might had some say in it. Oh, fuck. Language. Ah, fuck. Izuku smirks as he swears in English. Chapter 2. Izuku looks over the outfit, pouting slightly. It's not as flashy as he expected, but it's still flashy, which he doesn't particularly appreciate. Refer to image. By the way, he has guns and knives. So, they read his file. That's good, he supposes, sighing quietly, as he makes his way to the area. He doesn't miss the stares from the class as they see the amount of muscle he has. Take a picture, it'll last longer. Some people actually do, and he sighs, face-palming. Class! All Might's booming voice attracts everyone's attention. Today we will be in 2v2, heroes versus villain battles. Oh? If he fails as the hero, he'll be thrown out for sure. We will be drawing lots. Do not worry. This shan't affect your grades. Oh, never mind then. Izuku stares at the board. Of course he's up against Bakugo. Why wouldn't he? Can I swap with someone who won't make me put in effort? Ida sighs, looking away. Jiro, wanna swap? I'll be with Todoroki instead of you. All Might covers Izuku's mouth, chuckling nervously. No one is allowed to swap. Izuku groans, falling to the floor in a pile of self-pity. Hi, I'm Uraraka Ochako. She smiles, holding out her hand, which Izuku takes. Midoriya Izuku, what's your quirk? Zero gravity. I can null the gravity of anything I touch with all my fingers. Izuku nods, looking at the building up and down as he would a person. Kajan will come for me first, probably yelling. He sighs at the thought. He'll leave Ida with the weapon. Think you can take care of him? She nods, grinning. You got it! Heroes! How did he get hero again? You are now allowed to enter the building. Izuku raspberries as he walks through the front door, dragging his feet slightly, already intending on damaging the hero costume. He can already hear the explosions. Deku! He sighs, stepping to the side as Bakugo comes exploding past him. It's not even a minute in. Fight me! Why? Izuku sighs as the blonde throws a right hook, catching his arm and throwing him over his head. Bakugo is quick to use explosions to catch himself. Deku! I'm right here. He kicks Bakugo's chest, making him fly back with a quiet oof. A green blur later, and he's tied in capture tape, swarming uselessly on the floor. Bakugo has been captured. Izuku walks off, hands behind his head as he hums. Searching the floors, he hears fight and cackling. He opens the door and sighs at the sight. Really, Ida? It's a simulation, and you'd make a horrible villain. No offense. Ida glares at him, moving to attack. Izuku flips out of the way before jumping off a wall, using the momentum to propel himself across the room, landing in a neat roll before setting his hand on the fake weapon. Done. The weapon has been obtained. Hero team wins. Izuku parries as he walks out and back to the observation room. He sits in the corner, curling up to sleep. Who is the MPV? Everyone points at him. Correct. Izuku groans and covers his face. Stupid hero course. Izuku holds his homemade lunch, scanning the cafeteria for an empty table. Midoriya! He looks to the source of his name, debates his options, and then shrugs and moves to Uroka. Need me for something? Sit! He nods, settling down and beginning to eat. Ignoring the idle chatter as more of the class begin to join the table. Midoriya. He looks up from his food. Why don't you want to be a hero? Like, in general, or tragic backstory TM? Tokoyami, somehow hearing this from the other side of the cafeteria, yells, Tragic backstory! Alright then. He nods and rests his head in a hand. Well, first of all, I'm quirkless. The table goes silent, doubt lacing their eyes. So, there's that. And I was bullied till my dad died in a villain attack, and my mom got seriously injured. But don't worry, it wasn't the villain that killed him. No, that honor goes to Endeavor. Todoroki starts at the nickname, before trying to cover it with a cough. Figured out why they made it so quirkless people can start working at 10. 'Cause that's what I had to do to pay off my mom's hospital bills. I took a lot of jobs, even buying a bike so I could deliver some. I got strong from a few and decided to take self-defense lessons after I got attacked. Went back to school, got yelled at for saving someone's life. Izuku shrugs. So, yeah, system's corrupt. Don't want to be a part of it. No offense, Ida. Why would I be offended? Surely you should be saying that to Todoroki. 'Cause your brother's ingenium? An Endeavor's domestic abuser. Oh, I'm booking your mom's hospital, Todoroki. She's really nice. She misses you a lot. She's stable enough to leave, actually, but the flaming trash keeps paying off the doctors. Oh, thank you, Midoriya. Izuku finishes his food and stretches slightly. Any other questions? How do you know All Might? Amanda's assistant. Got asked if I wanted to be a hero. Declined. Kept in touch. And Aizawa sensei? He's usually at the station when I bring in whoever decided to mess with me that day. We have a weird kinda parental relationship. Todoroki produces a notebook, writing furiously as he nods. Please, continue. I'm not Aizawa's secret love child, Todoroki. Drat! Izuku snorts. A loud alarm blares, filling the room with red light. Izuku, who hates how loud it is, frowns and begins jumping off people's shoulder to see outside the window. He sighs at what he sees. Then lets out a blood-curdling scream, drawing everyone's attention. It's just the media asshats. Look outside. Some people squawk in offense as Izuku walks off back to his classroom. Today, we will be doing something different. The class tenses, apart from Izuku, who's asleep at his desk. We'll be picking a class rep. Shouts fill the class, and Izuku whines, covering his ears. Everyone, we should hold a vote. Ida seems very proud of this very normal idea. Whatever. Aizawa curls up in the back of the classroom. Don't wake me. Izuku glares in jealousy. Yorozu, do you mind? The girl smiles and begins making paper strips, handing them out between the class. Izuku dozes happily in dreamland until someone says his name and he shoots up. Yes? Some people snort, while Ida looks offended. You got voted class representative. Izuku shakes his head, laughing quietly. No, I'm not the class rep. You got the most votes. Ida gestured to the board, where 7 marks sit beside Izuku's name. Yeah, no. I'm turning down the position. Don't want to be a hero. Don't want to be a hero course rep. Aizawa rises, creepy smile on full display. Too bad, we already filled out the paperwork. Izuku glares. You didn't. We did. God damn it, you're on my next hit list, Shota! Sure I am, problem child. Whatever lets you sleep at night. Joke's on you. I don't sleep at night. Don't make me adopt you. Neither of us want that. Izuku flops down in his chair, arms crossed as he groans. Fine, I'll be the stupid rep till I'm thrown out. Great. Welcome to the Unforeseen Simulation Joint, or the USJ. Izuku stares at the plaza as mist begins to spread, the only one to notice it so far. He draws his gun, filled with rubber bullets. He begins to shoot, hitting the targets perfectly. Under Section 3 of the 2478 Student Law, all heroic students are allowed to take action under what they know to be a villain attack on campus. The class stare at him in shock. Half the villains are already out. The fuck? Why is there a secret boss? Izuku pockets the gun, walking down onto the plaza. Excuse me, sir, you're not supposed to be here. Who's this one? I'm not sure. He wasn't on the roster. I was in Gen Ed till a couple of days ago. He shrugs, glancing at the giant black bird. What's that? The man smirks, arms spread wide. A Nomu designed to take down All Might. It has multiple quirks. Izuku snorts. What's so funny? You've never played D&D before, have you? You never release your secrets if you're a BBEG. He moves towards the bird, drawing a knife. Nomu, get him. Izuku dodges as it charges at him. No one sees what happens. It's all a of green and black and red. Wait, red? But blood. Uraraka covers her mouth, shaking. Then they stop. Izuku sits on the Nomu's head, knife buried deep in an exposed brains as he pants, covered in deep cuts and bruises. Strong. Glad you told me, though. He smiles at the hand man, bright and full of innocence. What? He took it out? We didn't even... Izuku jumps down from the falling mass, brushing himself off. Yorozu, can I have some bandages and disinfectant? She nods and hands them over as Izuku begins to treat himself. Anyone send a message to the school yet? The class and the teachers all shake their heads. Izuku sighs and grabs his phone, sidestepping as the hand villain tries to grab him. Kurogiri, All Might plan, use it on him! He backflips as a portal begins forming under him, dodging every attempt at a warm. Fucking hero students. Oh no, I'm not a hero student. Not really, I was forced into this class. He chuckles, shaking his head as he moves out of the way of another. Apparently I have to be though, 'cause I'm worthy of the title or something. He shrugs. You don't want to be a hero? No. Do you want to be a villain then? Nah. The doors to the USJ are forced open. Shit. The hand looks at the mist. Let's go. Izuku walks into class the next morning, yawning quietly and fixing his bandages. He sits in his chair and lays his head down, intending on getting some sleep. Until someone taps on his desk. What? He looks up to see Uraraka. We all wanted to thank you for yesterday. She sets down a bouquet and some expensive treats, clearly tense over it. Oh, sweet, thanks. He grins. The class nod, watching him. Yayorozu steps forward. We were also wondering, would you be willing to stay after school to help train for the sports festival? We all need a bit of help. Izuku furrows his brow, looking at the sweets, then at her, then back again. He begins shoveling them into his bag as he shakes his head. I have jobs, sorry, but you can come to the cafe if you want. We'd love to. Momo smiles at him as they all make their way back to their seats. Midoriya? Kuro? Izuku looks up at the frog girl. Could you help me with my quirk? He sighs and thinks. He does like quirks, and he doesn't have work today. Yeah, sure. Great, though the rest of the class would like help too, kiddo. Izuku nods. I can do that. I'll need Yayorozu to make some notebooks, though. 4 should be enough for the whole class. Asui nods and hops away. Izuku doesn't realize it's a training trap until it's too late.